I grew up in a family that was very active and was always out of the house doing many activities. We were either playing a sport, camping, fishing, or just hanging out with the family. I do not really remember very many times as a young child where I sat down and read on my own. The only book that I remember reading as a young child was a children's book called The Princess and the Kiss. My grandma gave it to me, so it was very special to me. She believes in God and would always try and encourage me to grow closer to Him. The book was based off the scripture 1 Timothy 1:5, which says, "Love comes from a pure heart and a good conscience and a sincere faith." I remember that I treasured this book as a child. As I continued to grow, I gradually started to dislike reading more and more. I feel like this was happening because my teachers forced us to read books for a grade. I did not like reading in middle school and high school. Because I was being forced to read for class, I never had enough motivation or desire to read any other books. I only remember reading 2 to 3 of my own books for pleasure rather than for an assignment. Those 2 books were Aragon and The Hideout. I was still not very motivated to read my books that were for assignments. I never really read the whole book through either. I would just either spark notes the books or not even finish reading it. Things changed though as I got into college. During my freshman year of college, I gave my life to Jesus, and I automatically developed this desire for reading good books. Within my first semester of college, I probably read 4 300-page books. There was one night where I went to my friend's house and asked to borrow a book, and the next day I was at her house again asking for a new book because I had already finished the other one. This book was actually called No Longer a Slumdog. Now I have a library of about 100 books, and I am on the way to reading all of them. When I get married in a few months, me and my husband's library will have a total of more than 350 books. My desire for reading continues to increase as I grow older, both in physical age and in spiritual age. I read because it helps fuel my soul. I read books that help me grow my knowledge of God so that I can have a better understanding of Him and so that I can help others know Him better.